Hey everyone, it's your girls Jazz
and Jenn
from OmniFan, and with all the exciting news going on throughout the NBA, we had the draft, we had free agency, lots of moves, lots of shakeups. We just wanted to take a couple of minutes and break a couple of things down and give you guys our take. Now, earlier in the week, we put out on our social media, we asked you guys to grade the Knicks Off Season Moves, and we got all the way from A+ all the way down to F. So, but that's as expected with Knicks fans.
Absolutely. You can't make everybody happy.
Exactly. But so let's just start with the draft and what you think about our moves on draft night.
Well, so far, obviously, we were not expecting to land Obi Toppin at 8. He fell down, but to our benefit, I love the pick.
Yeah. Now, so while we were very surprised that he dropped to 8, though. Mm-hmm. What about his defensive? Because we know that he's an offensive beast. We know he has the flashy dunks, and he can finish.
Right.
He can finish. Mm-hmm. When he's down low, and he also has a little bit of the outside shot too.
Right.
But his defense.
Right. That's definitely the main concern.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think that he's so young and moldable that under the right system, which we have with Tibbs.
Right.
I'm confident that he'll start to build the right habits and the right defensive mindset. The fundamentals will be solid under Thibodeau. So I'm actually excited to see how he develops under this system because Tibbs is.
I think you're right. If there's one coach that you need when you're lacking on the defensive end and you need some push in that department, there's no better guy than Tibbs.
You can't ask for more.
So we're rooting for you, Obi. You're in New York.
We're Brooklyn.
Right.
Brooklyn all day and not for the Knicks.
No,
we
exactly.
are Knicks girls, as you can see. But we're rooting for you. We're so happy with that you're a part of our squad. And we're just here to support you from here on out. We want to see you win. When you win, we all win. So let's go.
Right. So what would you give the drafting of Obi?
In terms
for
of
me,
letter grade?
A to F.
A to F, I'm going to say that, dang, I like to grade on a curve every now and then, but I'm gonna give it an A-.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a solid B+.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a solid B+.
That kind of averages out to be roughly the same thing,
right?
Right?
Just.
I say A+ only because it was a surprise to land him.
True.
And it was unexpected, at least from the fan standpoint. At least from my seat, it was unexpected. So I was pleasantly surprised to receive Obi at number 8. So that's my grade.
All right. So there we go.
All right. So moving on.
We gave it a B+ and an A-. Now moving on to Immanuel Quickly.
That's right.
IQ.
Okay, IQ. Ooh, I like that.
Shout out Terry and Trey.
Hey, Terry and Trey. But this guy, he could have gone a little bit later, but clearly the Knicks knew what we needed. We need an outside, offensive presence. We've been missing that 3-point, killer. And this is what this guy brings.
Yeah, we have sorely been missing that, that 3-point threat. I feel like we haven't had a real 3-point shooter since Novocaine.
Consistently,
Consistent.
Yes. The last one in my recollection would be, KP, but...
Right.
But a solid guard.
Shooting guard.
Yeah, shooting, a guard that shoots.
Right.
A guard that shoots. But this guy, he's a point guard, but knowing Tibbs, he'll be using him for multiple things.
Exactly.
So, but I am also... From the free throw line, we've been, it's been terrible. We used to be one of the best free throw shooting teams in the league. And now, hopefully, with the additions of these shooters, we can improve on that. Right, we can improve on that. Because this guy, Immanuel IQ, he has a free throw percentage of 92% in his last season.
That's crazy. That's pretty crazy.
It's great. It's just amazing. So I'm excited.
And he's a two-way player. So you're gonna get, out of him from the offensive and defensive ends of the court.
And you can't ask for more, especially with a point guard. I want him to take control.
Yeah.
I want him to settle the team down, which is what from scouting reports I've read and from watching some of his tape, he's a leader.
Yeah, I know that there were a couple of other guys that we were looking at draft night, when he was drafted, but I think he's gonna be solid. So
me too.
Time to put in the grade.
A grade? Well, I'm gonna give it. I guess I should give it like a B.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a B. Just because I think he has lots of potential, and we're gonna reassess these grades. When midway during the season, we'll see.
We'll give quarterly grades.
Yeah, we'll see how everything plays out. But
I think he's solid. And I think he's they drafted for what we needed for our needs.
Right.
So and with what was available. So I think he's going to be solid. I'm excited to see what he can do.
Same here.
Moving on. Who do we have next? Oh, right. So I guess moving from the draftees.
Right. So right before free agency officially began, I'm sure everybody saw it. The Knicks dropped a bunch of players, 6 players, that were either waived or their contracts weren't renewed.
Right.
So they created $40 million in cap space.
I like the sound of that.
I mean,
because we haven't been in that position in too long, so I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think what's clear is that management, Leon Rose, like they have a plan. And it's clear that there is a plan that they're following. Obviously, you don't know who's going to sign where, but if you have a plan, you really can't fail because you have your plan B, you have your plan C.
Absolutely.
You're prepared.
That's just what life teaches you anyway. If you have a plan, you're setting yourself up for success. And even if it doesn't stay the course, if it doesn't go that particular course, you have your backups.
Right.
And that's clearly what this organization is now setting us up to be. Well, they're setting us up to be a success. And by doing that, it's not making hasty deals, decisions. Not just, dumping major parts of our team just to get a big name.
Yeah, right. We have to make smart trades and smart signings.
Right, smart signings have been sound, low risk, and that's what the game is right now. Until we get a solid core of,
until our young guys develop more.
We need some big players. And we need some bigger players, too.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
We need some big names. And it didn't go our way for free agency this
right.
time
We all saw the first 2 days of free agency. It was like, it was crazy. Everybody was, signing everywhere, but, you didn't see the Knicks popping up on any of those lists. And I know a lot of Knicks fans were, very frustrated that, we weren't making any moves. Like, the first couple of days of free agency, like all the other teams were. But I appreciate the fact, though, that all right, we didn't get some of the bigger names in free agency, but we made low risk investments.
Absolutely.
And so, all right, we'll give you a shot 1 year, 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And if it doesn't work out, the team has the option of
picking up the contract or waiving
or not.
So, speaking of low risk investments, we picked up 3 guys in free agency.
Yes.
One
Myles
notable,
Powell.
right. Well, right. You can run them down.
Yes, we have Myles Powell, who was the undrafted rookie, the undrafted player from Seton Hall. Then we also picked up Nerlens Noel, and we also picked up Austin Rivers.
Right. So let's break it down. We'll start with Myles Powell.
Right.
So he's a guard out of Seton Hall.
Now, a lot of people were surprised he didn't get drafted in the second round. He was projected to go in the second round. But this was that type of draft where
anything could go. Either
exactly
you could be projected at top 5. Look at Obi Toppin, and then he went 8th grade, not that far, not that much further down the list, but
it was
anybody's draft this year.
Anybody's draft, like the top 10 could have been besides the top 3, obviously. It could have been anybody's game. Anybody's game. So Myles Powell was the Big East Player of the Year for last season. Now, of course, his senior year was cut short. And he's also one of the older rookies, one of the older draftees or draft prospects.
Hopefully that's a good thing, and not
So hopefully he has the maturity, that some of the younger 18-year-old, 19-year-old guys don't have.
Right, but hopefully that doesn't mean he comes with bad habits, because sometimes older players they're set a little bit more set in their ways, and not that they're not moldable, even going from the small stage to the grand stage, but. We'll see.
Yeah, and we'll see really how much playing time he really gets, because he signed a what kind of contract?
It's called an Exhibit 10. It's pretty much like a 2-way contract, at least from the way I understand it.
Yeah, it's a very low guarantee contract for the player. He's guaranteed $50,000. Yes, that's right, $50,000.
I couldn't even believe it when I read it.
If he's waived by the Knicks and plays for the G League and plays for the Westchester Knicks, so he's guaranteed $50K. But so we'll see. He probably will end up
see how that pans
playing
out.
more time with the Westchester Knicks. But you never know. You never know.
Right, you never know. And so that brings us then to Nerlens Noel, because he was our, I guess, next signing after Myles. So Nerlens Noel. Offensively, first of all, he's a big man, center, power forward.
Former lottery pick.
He went number 6 in 2013. So he's now working on his little veteran status. He's going into the second half of his playing career, which means I don't know how fresh his legs are going to be. However, he is known for being a defensive beast. He doesn't put up many offensive numbers. He only plays roughly about 18 minutes a game at this point in his career. But He's averaging 1.5 blocks a game, 1 steal a game, which, granted, doesn't sound crazy great, but in relation to his minutes, that's a pretty good ratio.
Pretty good numbers.
Pretty good ratio. So we're looking for him to give us a defensive spark. And then, I mean, offensively, they say that he dunks mostly.
Yeah, and he has a very high shooting percentage because all of his shots come from right around the basket.
Right.
So more than likely, if he's putting up a shot, it has a very high chance of going in. Even though he doesn't shoot that much.
I like that. I mean, numbers don't lie.
Right.
And if you know where you're good at, then shine there. Shine down in the paint.
That's right.
I'm okay with that.
And we desperately need a presence down low that can let people know, like, listen.
Absolutely. I mean, Mitch, he's becoming a formidable, player, and he's building his body up.
Noel will be a nice spark off the bench.
Exactly. He's definitely not going to be our first option. And again, he's there for a big body, a defensive presence. So I think that's solid. And again, a 1-year deal there.
Right.
$5 million 1 year. Low risk compared to we have $40,000 in cap space. We've not been in that position for a long time. And then, moving on to our last topic, or our last player tonight is Austin Rivers. Now, Jazz.
Well,
what are your thoughts on Austin Rivers?
Well, I'm undecided. I really have to see what he can do in a Knicks jersey. He's been inconsistent throughout his career.
Yeah.
he comes from good stock. You hear the name Austin Rivers, Doc Rivers. So you know that he comes from good stock.
You expect, at least. I expect at the very least feistiness. I expect effort.
Yeah, some effort. Yeah.
Heart. I expect heart.
So he's been a little inconsistent throughout his years. But here's the whole thing. I think that all these off-season moves, we've gotten players that want to play for New York.
And that is a fact.
And that's a major factor in, I think, like how well that they'll play.
Yes,
they
I agree.
Want to be here.
When you want to be somewhere, it's like going to work. When you love what you do,
that's right.
You want to show up, and so that's what we're hoping is going to happen with our team this year. Granted, we're not going to be in contention for a ring, probably for another couple of seasons, but at least we're setting the real solid foundation.
That's right. And Knicks fans, we have to be realistic. I know we've been waiting for a long time. We know we've been waiting. Right. We've been along the ride with you guys, but we just have to be patient. Every few years it's like we get a new crew in town, but we do have new management. We have
this is the key. Steve Mills is gone.
Exactly. And from what we've seen so far, these guys seem to
want to play. They want to play in New York.
And management is making great decisions.
Absolutely.
I think.
They're not wasting our money. They're not giving us hoop dreams. They're letting us know, listen, all right, the chips fell as they did, and they didn't land necessarily in our court in terms of free agency, but we're not wasting our money.
That's right. We're not giving anybody any BS deals, no BS contracts. None of that. Just for the sake of getting a
big name for satisfying the New York media and the fans. I know we're uneasy. I know we're completely impatient at this point. But the name of the game is the long game. It's the long game, and we've
been playing a very long game.
Right, it's an extended long game. But now we're in a different position now. So the future looks bright for us. This off season has been filled so far with exciting moves, and we are ecstatic to see what's going to happen this season. I know more moves will be made. It's only the beginning.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys on opening night.
We'll also have other events that we'll let you guys know. So definitely make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, all at OmniFan, or you can find us at Knicks OmniFan as well. So please subscribe, please follow, so that we can continue to bring you guys more content and great events.
Absolutely. Peace out. Thank you.
Peace.